Hello, we're back again for episode 6, this time of our EUROpinions preview show. Today we'll be reviewing and previewing one of the new dark horses of the tournament, you could say, Belgium, the semi-finalists of the last World Cup in Russia. So I have with me, as usual, Nafis Bhaiya. And hello, we'll be talking about Belgium now. So I'll just pull up the squad and we can read it out and talk about it.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So we'll talk about the squad firstly. Euro 2020 squad. The number one keeper is Thibaut Courtois, Real Madrid keeper. They're undisputed number one. Simon Mignolet. I think he plays for Bruges now, Club Bruges, if I'm not wrong.
Belgian team, club. Belgian club, yeah.
Mats Seals, I'm not quite sure who he is, but if he's good enough for the Belgian squad, then obviously he's a good player. Toby Alderweireld, Spurs player, used to be very highly rated. I'm not sure if he's that good anymore. Dedrick Boyata, Jason Denier, Thomas Vermaelen, and Jan Vertonghen. They have a lot of
দিনার ছাড়া ওদের 30 নিচে বোধহয় কোনো প্লেয়ারই নাই ডিফেন্সে সবকটা যাবে কিন্তু 40 প্লাস and they have like 100 plus appearances for Belgium, so very experienced squad, but I think they're aged, so that will be a problem. যত experience থাক, not having that quality is a problem.
Midfield is Yannick Carrasco. He has rejuvenated his career in Atletico.
He went to China at the point. Back, he's doing very well at Atletico. Then Castagne, I think Leicester City's player, should be their left back or yeah. Then Chadli, very experienced player for them. Thorgan Hazard, Eden Hazard's brother and Borussia Dortmund player, who
probably the better Hazard now.
And he's been good for Belgium. And then Thomas Meunier, very experienced right back, who should be starting for them, and he has quality.
Of course,
let's not. The less we talk about him, the better, because
Leander Dundonker, Dennis Bray, Yuri Tielemans, fantastic player. Yuri Tielemans is
very good number 8. He should be starting for them.
Hans Vanaken
and Alex Witsel.
Jeremy Doku, Eden Hazard. Now, Eden Hazard, this is a player who's not done well at all, to be honest, and he has been someone who's disappointed with his fitness and everything concerned as well. So he's not been a good player at all. Dries Mertens
is just there to provide Lukaku, and he's a quality player. So it will be a dangerous pairing between
Leonardo Trossard. I believe he could be starting ahead of Hazard in the summer. If he's a good player, he plays for Brighton, right? He's a Brighton player.
Brighton player. Michy Batshuayi.
That's why another player who's been struggling recently. He's not been as good as he was at one point of time.
Christian Benteke, I think below par as a player. Not that much quality.
He's recently stepped up somehow for Crystal Palace. And Romelu Lukaku, he is
best
an amazing player. He's probably Belgium's best player. And
I think KDB first, Lukaku second right now.
And that's where it's dangerous. The KDB-Lukaku connection, if it can be established, it's going to be very dangerous in all honesty. So now let's talk about the line. Let's talk about the lineup that we think could be there. So 1 second. Okay, so we can see the lineup here. You can see, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So goalkeeper Courtois. I think that's very obvious who it's going to be. It's Courtois, of course. Alderweireld, another good player who is probably not in great form. center back Denier and Vertonghen. As I said, their defense is probably their weakest link at this point of time. Someone like they're not doing very well in the defense because
and the most experienced one for sure because our
most
league
experience.
what in
It's
future
not
যাবে
always that
like
experience equals good, কিন্তু মানে
না
that's
তা
what
তো
I
নয়
believe.
বাট না পেট্রোগেন আর অ্যালডারওয়েল কিন্তু মোটামুটি ভালো প্লেয়ার নট ব্যাড প্লেয়ার বাট ওদের এক্সপিরিয়েন্সটা দিয়ে কিন্তু দে ক্যান বি গুড ফর বেলজিয়াম বাট অ্যাজ আই সেড এজ ক্যান বি ইস্যু ফর দেম
It can be
because
a
they have
huge issue.
past their prime but 126 appearances 107 appearances these are actually great numbers for
Just
a
this is something that an England team would love to have,
yes
in all
yes
honesty. So center mids are Tielemans and Witsel. Now
good
both are in good form. They're doing well, and I
also
think
very
that's their best.
experienced key element has been in his prime and he can be that connector that we talk about always between Kevin De Bruyne and Witzel.
On the left, the other Hazard, not the supposedly bigger Hazard. It's the other
Original
Hazard.
Hazard.
It's Thorgan Hazard.
Yeah.
Thorgan Hazard will probably. This is what we've predicted, that with the form Eden Hazard is in, I don't think Hazard is starting for Belgium in the Euros, because the form and the fitness. It's just an amazing thing that he has been selected for the team, in all honesty. And right mid, it's going to be Munier. Munier, as we said, is a top class right sided player, and he will do well, hopefully. And attacking midfielders, Kevin De Bruyne.
Their strongest part. I think Belgium's strongest part is their
I
attack.
I feel
Look
like
at that attack.
ওদের যে 7টা আছে সামনে, মানে ডিফেন্স থেকে ছাড়া যে 7, this is a very strong part of their team. And mainly the front 3, the front triangle, we can say, almost. That's the most.
They play a triangle.
It's an amazing weapon. Kevin De Bruyne, Martins. Now both are there to just feed Romelu Lukaku, and we know the form Lukaku is in.
Lukaku has been their all-time top scorer, Belgium. So we know what he's capable of.
And center forward Lukaku. We don't need to talk about him because we know how good he is. We know firsthand how good he is. So yeah, and this is probably that's going to be their side now. One notable mention is probably few notable mentions are probably Carrasco and Gastanier, but they will come in from the bench because they're good players as
Hazard
well.
will also come in from the bench for, I think, Dries Mertens, or they might change the formation when needed. So Eden Hazard,
but I don't think he's starting.
He's not starting for sure. He's not starting, but he will feature for sure, I think, because I mean, ও তো 2018 সালে বিশ্বকাপ তো ব্রোঞ্জ বল বলে জিতলো নাকি? Bronze ball or silver ball, I don't remember. Bronze ball. So he was a very good player for them at 2018. 3 বছরের মাথায় কি হয়ে গেল দেখো, but still I think he can feature.
না, 2 in fact, কারণ ও চেলসিতে লাস্ট সিজনেও he was amazing.
Yeah. I think he achieved his career goal. যে ও মাদ্রিদে যেতে হবে, ও মাদ্রিদে গেছে, ওর ক্যারিয়ার গোল শেষ, ওরা কিছু মানে চাওয়া পাওয়ার নাই।
That's unfortunate. We hope he comes back, because I myself have always been an admirer of how he plays. So I want him to come back to his fullest, because we know it's not nice having to see a player who was so good fall this far. So let's get to our last section, which is rate their chances of the Euros this time. Nafis bhai, what are your thoughts?
6 out of 10. যদি ওদের ডিফেন্সটা ভালো হতো, I would give them 8 or 9 out of 10. But ডিফেন্সটা যেহেতু ওদের aged, so it's 6 or 7. I think 6. 6 will be fair for them.
I'm going to go 7, because as you said, they have experience and they have Lukaku, KDB, Martins, Tielemans. They're all good players. Now,
but
it's sort of similar of how it was with Southgate. They have Martinez in charge, another not big name, not as tactically astute, but once again,
better than Southgate, I think, because
I'd say a lot of coaches are better than Southgate.
Yeah.
So, I think we're done. We're done with episode 6 of our previous show. I don't need to plug our show anymore. I've plugged it for the last 5 episodes. I think even Nafis Bhai is getting sick of it, but please do tune in. And we're done here. Any final words, Nafis Bhai, about this? I think আর কিছু নাই বলার। ইনফ্যাক্ট উইল গেট ব্যাক, আমাদের আরো 2টা আছে। We have 2 more preview episodes left, and then the big show. So let's get into it. We're done. Bye. Thank you, and drop your queries, comments, or anything down in the comment section. If possible, we will answer your questions during the show or by ourselves.